Hey there, superstars. Dolly Ray Star here to remind you that the map is not the territory, the menu is not the meal. So, want to come explore this juicy landscape and find us some good eating? Today's adventure is quite a simple one, really, but I find it very effective practicing it every day, and it can be a really good thing to add into other exercises, and that's body tapping. So this is something I first learned through my qigong teacher and through qigong, but it's something that comes up in quite a lot of different modalities and yeah, in just different kinds of ways. But I'm going to show you a good kind of all over body workout version of it, which, as I say, I practice regularly, and yeah, give it a go. It's something that feels relevant to share with you right now because I've had a few periods of ill health, not sort of feeling my absolute best in my body recently, and it's a really, really useful one, I think, for recovery from those kind of things, as well as just a fun adventure through the body and tapping into how different parts of the body can process different kinds of emotion and different kinds of feelings, I suppose. Feeling your feelings and processing them, a whole another way of doing that and of exploring how that works in different parts of the body, as well as opening things up. And give it a go for yourself and see what you find. So you can kind of start where you like. What I often do is start with my head, and I'll often do a bit of kind of rubbing around the head as well, or you can just do kind of tapping on it. It's quite good not to necessarily spend too long on the head. It can create more a kind of focus on the mind and the thoughts. And then move on to the forehead, and it can be quite interesting doing the forehead to move your eyes around, and certainly when you get to the eyebrows, look up, look down, keep breathing while you do all of this, obviously. So yeah, look up, look down, look to the sides, and just notice how that feels, because sometimes it can bring up some quite interesting sensations and emotions and help you to process them. But yeah, just kind of notice it. If there's anything uncomfortable, that's okay. Follow your instincts on that, but yeah, just gently and allow those things to come up. Just feel them as they come up. It's probably the best advice. And under the eyes, along the cheekbones, similarly. Quite good to move your eyes around sometimes doing that. It's quite interesting, the things that can come up. And then, yeah, top lip, the cheeks, the chin, all over the face is good. And back of the neck. And the shoulders. Some people have more movement for the shoulders than others. I find it useful to do on opposite shoulders. Some people do it on the same shoulder with the hands. So just experiment whatever feels comfortable to you. And if you sometimes get, as I do, a bit of a pain at the point where the top of the back vertebrae meets the neck, it can be quite good to put your hands together like this and just hit there with a little bit more, not too much force, just a little bit more. And that can be quite, out some size, that can be quite good for letting go of some of that tension. But experiment, some people find that helpful, some people find it less helpful. Under the arms, that's good for getting the lymph nodes going. And then you can do down the sides as well. And then down the insides of the arms. And you can either do that with a flat palm or fist experiment. It might feel good to do one or the other on different days, so just experiment and go with what your body feels really. And the chest. So this can be really good for all sorts of things, but it can be good when you've got a bit of congestion, as I have had recently, or also can be quite good for this top bit of the chest, can be quite good for kind of processing worries and those kind of things. And if you make an ah sound like that, you can experiment with seeing different notes and things. That can be a helpful thing for kind of bringing the voice out. And then down to the belly, lower belly. Let out some sighs. And yeah, around the kind of pelvis is a really good area to do. You can often hold a bit of tension there, and it can be good for releasing that. Around the sides, lower back, and up the back just as far as you can reach. Don't worry if you can't reach for that far. And I sometimes stop and give myself a bit of a massage on the lower back if that's feeling a little bit tense, and on the hips. Down the outsides of the legs, and till you reach the ankles. And then, yeah, you can do some stuff around the feet if you want. Back up the legs on the inside, and back onto the belly. And that's it, really. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of these kind of things can be good for adding to different kinds of exercises as well. We sometimes do some tapping on parts of the face along with undoing exercises, that kind of thing. And yeah, experiment. It's all an adventure. So it's interesting to find out about what other people suggest. You can learn a lot that way, but also experiment, see what feels good for your own body. It's all valid. And give it a go. Let me know in the comments how you get on if you do, or if you have experience of tapping in other kinds of things. I know it's often used in some specific ways around processing trauma and stuff like that too, so I'd love to hear about it if you have any experience of anything like that. Yeah, and give this video a like if you found it interesting or useful, and subscribe for more adventures through the juicy landscape of the body for awareness adventurers. Okay, superstars, have a great one. See you soon. Bye.